the cast of Paranormal Generation, which our goal is basically to create a realistic show. We don't run around screaming. We don't fake anything. Everything you see on our shows is genuine, 100% real. We're starting right now and doing some of these programs for fans of the show and people who are interested in doing paranormal investigations to go out with us and do hunts as we're doing tonight. I want to introduce the cast of the show who's here with us tonight. Reason being, these are going to be your guides for the evening as well, too. To start out with, I am Kurt Strutz. I'm the case manager. I kind of lead everything with the team. Even we're all pretty well a good team. I can't say we have one leader more than the other, but I kind of take that role because Matt here does need discipline once in a while. But that's why I'm Kurt Strutz. This is Matt Shank. He's our tech manager. He handles a lot of our equipment and so on. He's going to be one of the other guys. He does have his wife along with him, the lovely Amanda Shank. She works as an investigator on the television show as well. Where's Justin? Right here. He's over there eating cookies, but...
Well, I don't know, I thought he was stealing the cheese.
As long as he's not cutting it. Yes. We don't need phantom smells tonight, Justin.
Yeah.
Thanks for laughing, I appreciate that. Okay. Now what we're going to be doing tonight is we are going to be breaking everybody up. With ticketing, they're going to help you with that, but there are 4 groups tonight you're going to be divided up into. The plan of action is all of us are going to start in the main theater itself, in our 5 groups. Then we're going to break up, our 4 groups. Each one of us is going to take a group, and we're going to walk you off into a different part of the building. The different parts of the theater tonight you're going to have an opportunity to go to. Number 1 is going to be the basement area. We'll go down there for a while. We're also going to go down to the dressing rooms, which actually is one of the more probably popular areas for stuff happening, is down there in the dressing room. Another area we're going to go to is an area called the volunteer room, which is you'll see it's a very older part of the building where the volunteers congregate during the show times. And then the other final station, of course, is going to be the actual theater itself. So you'll have a chance to go to each one of the 4 stations. The plan of action is we're going to break up first of all. We'll get you to each station for approximately 45 minutes. We'll all come back with your group, regroup in the theater. We'll change cast members and we'll walk you back to the next section. All right, we're going to start out. We're going to split up. Justin's going to be handling this room right here, which is the theater. Justin, pick a group.
Group 1.
All right. Matt is going to be heading down into the basement with his group. Matt, which group would you like? Group 2. All right, you guys are going to have with Matt first. Amanda is going to be going down into the dressing rooms. Amanda?
3.
Oh, group 3. How about that? I'm going to take group 4. We're going to go to the volunteer room to start out with and hang out down there. Again, we're going to save the last 15 minutes of each session for a more quiet downtime, so just so you guys are respectful of that. All right, Matt, why don't you go ahead and take your group first? Indian.
Guys.
Then we'll meet back up here again after the session, and then we'll go ahead and switch with the people. We'll go back to the same area. Amanda, you ready?
I'm ready.
All right. Staircase. Be careful. Before we're going to head up there, up to the Abraham Lincoln Suite up there, a little seating area. I don't know what else to call it.
This is actually one of the more important parts of this building. Not only is it really cool because it's another theater that they've really decked out and restored, but the former manager of this theater for almost 50 years. He's typically been seen up in this balcony area from sitting down in this area. Otherwise, he's been seen looking out the window, things like that. One thing I forgot to mention, in this seat right here, this is seat 1A. We talked to a couple people, including the security guard, and this seat has actually been seen with people observing it going up and down at times. We don't know what the story is behind that. That's kind of the difficult part when you're doing paranormal investigations, is you think you're looking for one thing, it could be someone completely different. So why don't you guys just take a few minutes, just kind of look around, go up to the balcony, figure out where we're going to set some equipment. I've got a flashlight trick that we're going to try, and what we're going to do...
That's basement.
That's basement. Okay, they're probably underneath the orchestra well here.
Smoke alarm is hardwired.
Okay.
It runs right through that wall.
This is an EVP session of the Opera House in Oshkosh, Wisconsin. Present is Justin and a cast of thousands.
Smaller.
So what do you guys want to do? We can do EVP recordings. I can just let you walk around taking pictures, whatever you guys want to do. Do you want to do some EVPs or?
Well, go back out.
Tonight just because of all the people? Right. Okay. When we start our EVP recording, we have everybody sit down, and what we do is anytime you hear a noise with your ears, like a stomach grumble, a car going by, we have them tag it into the recorder, and that way later when you're listening to your audio, it's much easier to like debunk. That way you can eliminate like 99% of the false EVPs. Are there any spirits here with us? I need you to speak loud and clear so that we know it's you and not lead from one of the other teams. I would like to talk to the little boy. Are you with us? The little boy who died here in the coal shaft? Are you in this building? That is the people up in the theater.
Smoke alarm is hardwired.
Okay.
It runs right through that wall.
Here, just kind of keep an eye on it. This is an EVP session of the Opera House in Oshkosh, Wisconsin. Present is Justin and cast of thousands.
Is anybody up there by that door?
I just walked
The
up
spiral,
there.
no one's allowed to go up there.
That door just opened, and I'm not kidding.
I turned the light on for about 30 seconds,
Yeah.
and I shut it off, and then all of a sudden it did it.
That door
I'm not-
just opened
Here.
and closed.
Because we're like, I thought someone else, a different
Yeah, I
group
thought
had been up
somebody
there.
else was up there. The door was
Locked.
open, yeah.
It was open before and then it closed, or?
Closed.
I turned the light on for 30 seconds. We were standing here listening to everyone talking. I shut it off. And within 5-10 seconds, all of a sudden we heard something like just creep open a little bit. I'm like, oh my god, someone! I thought it was the other group.
Yeah.
And he's looking at me like, I'm like, and all of a sudden you get to hear kind of fully shut, but boom, this shut.
Well, this is supposed to be where they see an apparition
Really?
of a girl here.
They said somebody else was saying they heard the doors open and closed down around here too.
So I didn't hear that part.
No.
Okay. Right here, this
area.
Okay.
That door
I
just did
took
it.
pictures of it earlier.
So if no one's up
I
there,
wanted to see
then-
if the door was open or closed.
You shot your camera up there?
Yeah.
before,
When
Do you
we
see
were
the door? I can see the door right now. It's like a springy sound, had a springy sound to it.
or- We'll just check it real quick.
Lights.
Flickered or?
Yeah, it went all the way up to red and it stood there for a couple seconds.
Was there a reason that you opened the door? Were you checking to see why the light was turned on? Let's go ahead and head back this way to regroup.
Voting. Did you guys hear the story about the young boy in the coal chute? So we're thinking he might, if that's what it is, he may actually be in here with us right now, maybe, or another child. It is nothing that has been malicious. Nobody's been hurt. Or
Feels like there's something like touching the back of my hair. Just going like this, just really
it's right in
light.
that spot. That's the
Yeah.
hair.
Right on my right side, right here. You can just feel really light, like somebody's playing with it. Here, somebody want to swap?
I will. I want to sit there.
Oh, okay.
It's a
I
girl.
want to sit over there.
Little kids, you know,
Do you want me to
you're
move?
afraid to die.
No, you stay there with the candy.
Give her some candy. Let's
Give
see
her
if she
some
feels
candy.
something.
Is there anybody back there yet?
candy?
I'll go back there.
I like some candy, thank you.
The candy man.
Can take it right out of my hand.
Getting that feeling with my leg again. like somebody's touching it.
Did I have this in the middle of my hand?
I thought you did.
But going up my fingers. Oh my God! My fingers are just vibrating. It is so bizarre.
Oh, good job. Come on, you can do it. Move it. Move it. Move it. It's not a joke. We're not gonna try to take it.
You can have it.
It's for you.
We'll even leave it down here for you when we're done.
Feels like my fingers are all asleep. Not my thumb, just those other 4 fingers.
You can get it. Come on. Try hard. Concentrate.
Come on, you moved it up that far. You can take it. Right now it looks like it's moving. It's bizarre, isn't it?
Were you trying to get into Noel's pocket earlier where the rest of the chocolate is? Probably. How'd they know? Pretty sneaky ghost. They know where that chocolate is.
Oh.
Maybe somebody else.
It's over my ring finger.
Yeah.
Good job. You're doing excellent work. Keep going.
Look at that, it's moving over there. This is so cool.
How many of you got chills since you said that?
Is it moving? Yeah, it is. Like right now?
Yeah, it looks like it.
I'm to the point I can't see it right
Yeah,
now.
oh yeah, it's moving over pretty good. Yeah. There it goes.
Oh, yeah.
See it?
My gosh.
There it goes. Good job.
Oh my God, look at it.
Yeah. Good work.
Oh my gosh.
It's almost off. You almost got it. Come on.
That's
A
yours.
little bit more energy and you got it.
Oh my God.
That's it. Okay. There you go. Get it.
It's moving again.
Yep, get it.
How about you, Beth?
He's like Sheila.
It's lessened. Come on, move it one more time. Just move it one more time, because you're doing awesome.
Mind if we keep the coin for the next group?
Well, I think it's fallen on the floor twice. I don't know.
I think it started more like back there. Ended up
moved up over here.
up there.
That's pretty good considering. It's a ghosty.
Anybody else? All right, you guys ready to meet back in the theater? See you there.
Yeah, you need to find out the history of the name of that kid who died here.
Good luck. Yeah.
You know, there's got to be a way to find out.
Thank you guys for coming. You guys are free to go. Again,
All right, guys. Thank you.
Thank you.
We had met Kurt a few days ago down at Elkhart, Wisconsin, at the library. He was doing a little presentation at the library talking about the different experiences that he's done and he's witnessed, and he had mentioned the flashlight trick. And we've seen this on other shows as well, where you turn the flashlight on, you just barely, just tweak it enough to where it just comes on and off, and just without even, just barely even touching it. And it'll kind of tap like that. Well, I was laying down here on the stage, and I decided to start messing with my flashlight, and then I thought, well, I'll just see what happens. So I first laid it down on its side, and nothing was going on. So I decided to take it and put it on its end and let gravity pull everything down, so it did go off. Something else was making it happen, because next thing you know, it lit up. So I was like, well, thanks a lot for doing that. Could you make it do it again? And the light turned on. I was like, can you turn it off? And it went off. And this went on for about 5 minutes. I'd ask series of yes and no questions, and can you give me a positive response by turning the light on? The light would come on. As far as I'm concerned, the point was that the light did come on, and when I asked him to turn the light off, it went off.
So I took 3 pictures in succession when we were downstairs in the dressing room, and the first 2 had this shadow. So that's the first picture. And I took them, if you watch the gentleman in the background, because I talked to him right after I took the picture, and you can see he's looking at his cell phone. So I took 1 picture, and then I took the second picture, and the shadow is still there, and then right after that I took the 3rd picture, and it's gone.
During my experience down in the basement, first time was when I went down to sit down in the chair where the lady already had sat down she felt a hand on her shoulder. So I went into the chair beside her, and when I sat down there, I felt like a slight pressure on the hand, and there's like a big space behind me, so it felt pretty bad. And then I got up, I moved around, I went to a stool about maybe 5 feet away from the group, and sat down. A few moments later, I felt a pinch on my thigh. That creeped me out a little, so I got up, went away, waited a few moments, and then I went back, sat down in the chair. Then I felt like a slight whisper or something behind my ear. Now that really freaked me out.
Well, guys, how do you think it went tonight?
Awesome.
Really well.
Yep.
What were some of the cool things you had happen with the groups you guys were with tonight?
Well, we saw shadows up on the balcony. We also saw the guy use the flashlight experiment and actually got something that appeared to be non-random. So we'll have to look at that.
We were getting some really interesting thing. The woman had chocolate candies in her hand. We had several people feeling that chocolate moving down in the volunteer room. We'll take a look and see if we actually got that on film. We had a little bit of that. People in these chairs were getting their hair touched, pressure on their shoulders, butts pinched.
Really?
We had a butt pincher.
Wow.
But just stuff like that down in the volunteer room. You guys had something too.
Yeah, in our second rotation, we had everybody lined up in the hallway, and there were a couple guys closer to the spiral staircase, and one of them switched the light on. When they switched the light on, they had the door at the top of the staircase open, and that's when I radioed you, and you said nobody was on the stage at that time. And then also I know at that time, one of the younger boys that were in your second group said they saw a tall shadow walk towards that left side of the stage where that door was. And in our third rotation, we had a bathroom door shut, and we could hear like shuffling and footsteps. Like Michael was with me at the time, and he would have his camera in one area, then he'd hear it at this end, and then he'd move the camera, and then it'd be back where his camera was previously. So.
We had a lot of noise contamination. So just skip over
I
it.
just heard a lot of giggling coming out of that.
Yes, we were talking about the X-rated theater. That's all we heard, and just everybody just starts roaring.
And I do know a couple of the boys that were in your group before said they saw the little dog on stage.
Right. Yeah, they saw a lot of stuff.
Well, we were hearing some yelping like dog sounds down in the volunteer room too, which was strange. Right at the very last session. We would have swore somebody had a dog in the lobby.
Yeah, that's when they mentioned it when you radioed about that. And there was two different families. Like one kid's like, "Oh, I saw a dog." Like, yeah, I saw a dog too, but he didn't want to mention it because he thought it was just out of the corner, like just his imagination or something. But when the other kid verified it, and they both saw the little, probably 2 foot tall black dog.
Okay.
All the same size, right around where that red couches or red chairs are on the stage area.
Sweet.
Sweet.
All right, guys. Well, good job tonight. It's getting late. I'm tired. I don't know about you guys.
Tired.
I mean, it's already 4 a.m. At least it feels like it. So let's get packed up. We got a few more things to pack up and head on home.
Let's go to that.
Good job, guys.
Yes.
All right.
You caught on.
Yes, finally.